leaders. 1420 WEMB Sports Radio and Tri-City Sports Now with Marky Bilson. Noon to 2 weekdays.
Okay, it is not partly cloudy in Irwin. I learned this, as some watching on Facebook will no doubt see the hard way, because we had to have an extended commercial break there due to the fact that it is now raining, a shotgun shower, and I had to put the top up. Thank goodness for vinyl seats. Okay, I had to put the top up on a convertible. There you go. So, no, I didn't have time to put the latches and the hooks on, so that's still going. All right. It is time now. It is time. Should we have some sort of celebratory music? Let's see. You know that I like the old NBC theme, so let's do that one here. This is the theme, doesn't it? What NBC used back, I guess, in the 80s or so. Dick Enberg was about ready to call some game or some, maybe Vin Scully with Major League Baseball with Joe Garagiola. All right, there you have it. Now, you may be watching right now on our 1420 WEMB Sports Radio Facebook page. One of the 1,507 people who like the page, 1,563 follows, both the most followed and liked sports talk radio station in the market, Tri-Cities, Tennessee, of course. And on this page, if you do like it, in addition to getting community events, sometimes, a lot of times, sports news, an old picture of the mini dome back when, that sort of thing. You also will be able to watch this show on archive or live in our video section on 1420 WEMB Sports Radio. But let us see here. We are now going to have, and this was, let's see here, at the top of the page was people's favorite sports memory, and we had so many participants, and it was just everything that you could possibly imagine. It was really nice having the community come out to us and give them their favorite sports memory. And for instance, we had a woman here recently who liked the page. Now she's watching every day on Facebook, and she gave us her favorite sports memory was watching her kid play Wii ball. We had another one where, it was one of my old friends from Pittsburgh, the Immaculate Reception. We had Drew Kiesling, as a football player at Unicoi County, his mother come in and say, watching my son play. We had a lot of watching the kids play. We had, my father watching the, I think it was 2015 Coca-Cola 600, because it was the last sporting event that I ever was able to watch with him. I mean, that's great. We had the traditional seeing Tennessee play Vanderbilt in football, something like that. So we had a lot of great sports memories. But now it is time right here, and no, this is not... I was going to mention an archaic movie that lost money and all that. I think I won't. It's too, But anyway, here we go. We're going to give the winner right now of the 4 free Dollywood tickets. You can see, and congratulations to Angie Moore Metcalf. You are our winner of 4 free tickets to Dollywood. And I guess we will be contacting Angie Moore Metcalf here a little bit in the future. So that is the case right there. But we had, like I said, just wonderful memories. Well, of course, we'll have other contests later on. So if you weren't a winner this time, the next time you can get them right there. One of the things I liked about this is that I noticed that when giving away tickets, we gave away 4. There are a lot of radio stations that are only giving away 2. Actually, I say radio station. There was one entity that was giving away 2 tickets to something. We want you to take your entire family. We don't want you to just, you and your dog or whatever, We want you to have your whole family enjoy the experience of riding the roller coasters and hearing the country music and looking at the quilts. Okay, I'm a guy. The looking at the quilts thing is not necessarily my favorite. But anyway, Angie Moore Metcalf, you are our winner of the 4 free Dollywood tickets. So we'll be in contact with you. Thank you for everyone who was out there. And like I said, we'll be trying to have more contests. I know that in the past, for instance, we used to give away free food at a local restaurant, and just a lot of stuff going on. The great thing about the Facebook page, which serves as our de facto website, by the way, is not only do you get stuff like Southwest Airlines crew saying happy birthday to a 100-year-old veteran, or actually 101-year-old veteran, which is a post that Maria came out, or reminder that the town of Unicoi, and this is not too far away for our Johnson City or Elizabeth or Greenville listeners to go to, certainly not Irwin or Flag Pond either, but an ice cream social on Saturday, July 20th at 2 p.m., 2 hours before the baseball games come on TV. Come on, you gotta like that. The Unicoi History Group will be taught. That sounds pretty decent right there. And so, events like that come about. The notice that we are now playing the national anthem just before 12 o'clock, both a.m. and p.m. on our days. We want to be patriotic. We just had the Independence Day, and frankly, there's just not, the sports where you get Colin Kaepernick, and you start wondering, and like I said about the USWNT, very controversial. I do think that they were distinctly American in their outspokenness. I mean, it's a declaration. It's Independence Day, isn't it? And I think that, yes, I mean, they were, in so many ways, they were distinctly American. Unfortunately, there was a lot of ugly American in them when they're taunting the English, sipping tea gestures, or the situation of profanely insulting the White House or the president or whatever. It is very American to disagree with the president, whoever it may be. It's another thing to do it in a way that would get you detention in high school. It's the only thing right there. So, anyway, Angie Moore Metcalf, you are a winner of the 4 free Dollywood tickets. And I really hope the traffic isn't what it always is for me in Gatlinburg, which is about 5 miles an hour until you get the place once you get off the interstate. So, there you go. Best of luck. I hope that that is not the case for you. Of course, we will have the All-Star game coming up. Yesterday was the Home Run Derby. I got to tell you something about the Home Run Derby. I was disappointed. In fact, it got to be like watching Homer Simpson eat donuts in hell. If you remember that old Simpsons episode and all this. Yes, James Coco went mad in 15 minutes and all that. This requires you to have some knowledge of classic Simpsons episodes as well as who James Coco was. But nevertheless, we are going to have a circumstance where it just got to be the home runs where Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hit 91 balls over the fence. And folks, that's Homer Simpson eating donuts in hell. I mean, that's just... And somehow he lost to Pete Alonso with 56 stingers because he didn't hit more than Alonso in the final championship round. And I guess one of the things that bothered me about the Home Run Derby, and I don't mean to be one of these guys who's going to pick on everything, because like I said, I love baseball. But I keep seeing the mustache on the Mona Lisa, which is baseball. Remember, behind the mustache is the Mona Lisa. But instead of saying, wait a minute, we had the original Mona Lisa. I mean, maybe we should go back to that. Baseball says, you know what, the Mona Lisa would look better with? Cigarette burns and a goatee to go along with that mustache. Now, Home Run Derby is a game that I would hope, even to this day, every young American boy has played, along with touch football, along with 21 on a basketball court, something like that. And the way it always was before, that I was, taught to play. And for that matter, when Home Run Derby was a TV series in 1960 that was rerun on ESPN, that a generation later, not only was everyone on my high school baseball team watching religiously the Banks, the Mays, the Mantle, the Aaron, the Dick Stewart, we were watching it so religiously that we were doing impersonations of Gus Trehandos, for crying out loud, in 1987 and 1988 on our high school baseball team. That was how magical a game Home Run Derby was. There you go. It is now not you used to have that rule that, okay, here we go, we throw to your batting practice pitcher as many home runs as you can hit. You get 9 swings, and if you don't hit, 10 swings, and if you don't hit a home run, it's shy, it's foul, it's a ground ball, you swing and a miss, whatever, that's an out. The way it was done in Home Run Derby on TV years ago with the late Mark Scott was you got 3 such balls, and you played innings, and they condensed the game into a half hour. Where does a clock come into Home Run Derby? Now, it would be one thing if it's like, wait a minute. Baseball, no, we're not playing 9 innings. We're having a clock. So we'll speed up pace of play. Game's going to be over in 2 hours, one way or another, no matter how many innings you play. What if the visiting team gets more at-bats? No, 2 hours, that's the way it goes. Just like a visiting team gets more possessions in football. That's just the way, time of possession, that's a big thing and all that, That's not baseball. This is not Home Run Derby putting a timer on it. And there is something inherently flawed when a player, and hey, Pete Alonso, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I'm glad they had their moment in the sun. Baseball needs stars. Hopefully these players will become stars. There was so much publicity around Vladimir Guerrero Jr. when he was promoted to the majors in May, and I was saying, boy, I know he was the son of a great player and all this, but, even Vlad Guerrero Sr. is not, Willie Mays here. Let's discuss that. But Vladimir Guerrero Jr. yesterday did live up to his hype. Wonderful. Saw a picture of a fan there. I love this. Chief Wahoo cap, Expos jersey of Vlad Guerrero Sr., and he had a fat head of Vlad Guerrero Jr. And I think he caught one of his home run balls. That was just, that's a baseball fan right there. I love that guy. But how's this with the clock? How many you can hit in a certain amount of time? And what was this that I couldn't get it? And by the way, it's one thing to hit, like I said, you're playing Home Run Derby and you get off on a real run. You hit, 12 home runs in your time up and you only make 10 outs. That's something special right there. What is 90? What? Huh? Again, that's like Homer Simpson eating donuts in hell. It just is way too much of a good thing. There you go. Anyway, All-Star game tonight. National League trying to tie up the all-time series. See if we can get some highlights here, but I do want to talk a little bit about the Appalachian League when we come back. And you know what else I've been putting off, talking the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I will be discussing that when we return Tri-City Sports Now. Asian House, home of the Happy Box meal, featuring plentiful appetizers and rice around your choice of 20 mouth-watering Chinese dishes. Or try their Japanese